up for 40-odd something hours. The sweat on my back's got my shirt soaked and sour. And oh, it's already gone. Second night's coming and I'm spinning back around. We're all caught up, can't hear or feel the sound. And oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worrying about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. Got time but money's not something that's free. Since the roll of the dice never rolls back to me. You know, it's already gone. A bird in my hand, two cans in the other, start spinning around. Now here comes another, and oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. And all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Whoa, it's already gone. Already gone. It's already gone. Go.
What is up, Jags fans? We are back after the elusive and rare tie football game in the NFL. I'm super excited because we got some film to break down tonight. We're going to be looking at some of the offensive plays, some of the defensive plays, but I'll be honest with y'all, a lot of them is from the starters because I don't really care too much about the guys that might not make the team, but that's okay. I love Johnny Walford. I love Seth Hennigan. Great guys, probably not going to be breaking down much film on them. But we do have some clips loaded up. Before we get to all that, this is a fan show. This Jaguars United. We are united as a Jaguar fan base. I'm wearing a Jag shirt, which is pretty rare. I got Bortles up in the background now. I hope y'all noticed that as well. I want to get your thoughts on the game. Are you okay with how the first team looked, how the starters looked? I know a lot of people didn't play. I'll give you my takeaways from the game, kind of the big things that stood out to me. But I want to hear from you all. Your comments drive this show. As much as I'd love to feel like people want to hear from me, I get that I'm not at every training camp practice. I'm not on the sidelines every game. So you guys give me your thoughts. This is a round table of Jags fans. I try to hit every comment. If I miss them, type them again. I always say that. Make sure to look at the video description. There's some fun stuff in there. I'm on Twitch sometimes. I do some music stuff sometimes. So check that out. It's on the video description. That's enough self-promoting from me. Now let's get to the comments. First one in the chat. Like always, before the show even started, Sea Breacher, who's a channel member, says, "What up, Jason? Not much. Had an interesting week this week. Like just interesting week in my personal life. Maybe around the hour and 30 mark, we'll get into that. But right now we're all Jags. But I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well." That dude, Evan, who is also a channel member, says, "Finally, an intangibly rich stream." That's right. That's right. It's what we are. We're intangibly rich. And a third channel member in a row. We appreciate the channel members. I appreciate that. If you're wondering what a channel member is, there's like different levels. And essentially, the channel members help me cover my costs for doing this. That's all it is. I'm not a pro YouTuber. I'm not a pro reporter. I don't write articles. I don't even go to training camp, right? I just watch the games, former coach. I break down the film. That's what we do. Shout out to the channel members. He says, bam. I love it. Robert Attard says, "Washington is going to go off this season." Maybe. We could see a sophomore slump from Jane Daniels. We could not. No, they looked good the other night. But Cam Boysford, another channel member, says, "Hell yeah. Let's go." B. Holly says, "Much needed." Preston Tim says, "Better." I thought they were better. Can we be happy, please? I'm always, Jacob, I'm always happy. Do I shoot it straight sometimes? Does that make Jags fans uncomfortable sometimes? Yes. But I've been talking about the Jags for a long time. All right. I've been up, I've been down, I've been in the middle. I'm happy. Right. I'm happy. Rajiv says, "Yes, sir. Good to be back." Sea Breacher says, "I'm taking a driver improvement class while watching Jaguars United." Well, that's what happens when you're under the influence and you try to operate a vehicle, Sea Breacher. That's what happens. Kevin says, "I am ready for the season to start." Fellas. Yeah, me too. Me too. Jacob O'Brien says, "A Fortner trade, great or amazing." Isn't this wild? Like, I thought about this before the show started because I think about y'all. I think about y'all all the time. I know I'm only live like one day a week, sometimes twice a week. I know. I get that. But I think about y'all all the time. And you know what the thought I had today? This show might be, and we had this same moment with K'Lavon Chaisson. This may be the last show in Jaguars United history that we even mention Luke Fortner. So let's take a moment of silence. Last time we'll ever mention Luke Fortner. What he's referencing, if you live under a rock or this is the only place you get your information about the Jags, is that the Jags did trade Luke Fortner to the Saints for defensive tackle Kalen Saunders. And I'm sure you've seen the videos circulating the internet of Kalen Saunders getting the interception and running it back like 40, 50 yards. Moves well for, I think he's like 330. Does it mean that Arik Armstead will not be ready week one? I don't know. Does it point to that? Maybe it just points to the coaching staff isn't too confident in Arik Armstead being ready week one. And I cannot blame them for that. Cannot blame them for that at all. Rajiv says, "I'm hoping that's golf and not cars," about his driving improvement class. Happy film breakdown. Let's go. I promise we're going to do a film breakdown. Give me like 2 more minutes of comments and we will get to the film. So if you're watching this on VOD, video replay, because all these shows do go up on VOD, you can just hit like the fast forward button like 4 or 5 times and you will probably be at the film breakdown. But I do want to hit comments because this is a show for fans. RM Skip, another channel member. Dude, I appreciate y'all. He said, "What up, United? First team looked good overall, wouldn't you say?" Yeah, I would say. I mean, at halftime, it was, 17-3? And then at the end of the game, it was 17-7. We didn't score a single point in the second half. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it was good. I mean, I honestly thought Trevor looked really good. If you watched Club Jaguar Wednesday night last week, I spent some time talking about my reservations of Trevor Lawrence. Again, not doubt, not hope he does bad, just reservations. And that's fair. Like in life, you got to have reservations. Like that's just what a wise person, we want to be wise people. Okay. Like still take the steps toward your goal. Still pursue the things you want to pursue, but just be wise, right? Being wise in this situation is like, all right, Trevor, show me. This is it, man. You got to show me. And like, obviously, fumbling, and the clip's on here, fumbling isn't great. And I'm going to talk more about it when I get there. People make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time, like daily, all the time. I'm okay with Trevor making mistakes. It kind of sucks that the mistake Trevor made, fumbling and turning the ball over and additionally not capitalizing in the red zone, is problems that Trevor has had. Again, I'm willing to forgive the mistake. I'm okay with it. Listen, he was trying to make a play, but how often have we seen Trevor trying to make a play, turn the ball over? We just don't want to see that anymore. I'm okay. It's preseason. I don't care. I'm over it. We'll watch the clip briefly in a little bit. I'm good with it. But yeah, I would love to see Trevor not fumbling the ball. Nah, dude, it's cars. Cops won't stop. Kevin has a question. I do not read these comments before I put them on the show. So please don't put anything bad. Okay. Please don't. Like, I don't read them. I don't have a moderator in the chat. So please help me out and give me sentences that are spelled correctly, and nothing like terrible, please. Like, kids watch this show. All right. So just help me out a little bit. Question, fellas. At what age do y'all think it's appropriate to take my son to his first Jags game? He is 1. I know some of the boys get a little deep in the brown water at the game. Great question, Kevin. As someone that's been going to Jags games my entire life, I was born in 1989. So when I was 5, 6 years old, the Jags started playing home games. I've been a Jags fan my entire life. All I've known is the Jags. There's no problem taking a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, up to 5, 6-year-old to a Jags game. Just be prepared with a child that young. You're not probably going to stay the whole game, which is fine. Most of the time, kids don't have that attention span to stay at a game the entire time. If you're worried about people being rowdy, you take that chance anywhere you go. Is it an elevated chance at sporting events? Yes. But I think a 1-year-old, you're fine. Just be prepared to leave after like a quarter or two with a 1-year-old. You get like a 5-year-old, maybe be ready to leave at like halftime. I got a good buddy who's got a 7-year-old, and he's been bringing his daughter to Jags games since she's been born. And that's just the progression I've seen. And like, just be ready to leave early, which is completely fine. Completely fine. But I wouldn't worry about rowdiness. The heat might be an issue. So maybe consider that, but that's the only tips I have for children, since I have cat, and my cat's never been to a Jags game, which is kind of sad. Happy Hour Sports reposted this stream on Twitter. And we are live on Twitter, by the way. All right, let me get to a lot of comments. Oh no, I'm real backed up. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you quickly my quick thoughts on the game, and then I'm going to pull up the film. Okay, so give me a second here. 17-17, you never love seeing a tie. Could have probably kicked a field goal to win the game in the end, but I think they wanted to see what they had and said, "Hen again," whatever. One of the biggest things that stood out to me, I hadn't seen a lot of people talking about this, which is fine, but like if you dig deep into the snap counts, specifically on defense, they played a handful of people only 8 snaps, and it was the least amount of snaps that anyone that was notable played. And I think what this tells us is that since these handful of players only played 8 snaps, the Jaguars front office and coaching staff feels the best about these 8 guys. Okay. Jordan Lewis, Travon Walker, Jerrion Jones, Devon Hamilton, Foye Oluokun, Eric Murray, and Josh Hines-Allen. I think that's what Campanile is kind of hanging his hat on, are those guys. How many guys is that? That's like 7 or 8 guys. I think those 7 or 8 are locked in. They're counting on them. Like, they need them to be productive. And everyone else, they kind of wanted to see what they had in different situations. Surprising name on that list, Eric Murray. Also Devon Hamilton. I thought Devon Hamilton played pretty well in his few snaps, but it just goes to show that Jordan Lewis, Travon Walker, Jerrion Jones, Devon Hamilton, Foye Oluokun, Eric Murray, and Josh Hines-Allen are guys that Campanile and the Jaguars coaching staff is like counting on to be like the dudes on defense, which I'm okay with. A couple players only played like 12 snaps, but just interesting that those guys only played 8 and they took them out. So Danico Slaughter in the second half, I thought had one of the worst games as a professional athlete. The Saints obviously just picked on him, which is sad for him. Like, I don't wish that on anybody, because these guys like Danico Slaughter that are playing in these preseason games are trying to get tape and film to send to other teams who potentially get picked up, even to a practice squad. But not a great game from him. Two lesser known guys that we don't talk about a lot who I thought had decent games. Kenny H. Lovely had the interception with like 27 yards returned. You love seeing that from a guy that we don't talk about very often. And Jack Kaiser led the team. I think he had like either 6 tackles or 8 tackles. I can't remember. But Jack Kaiser kind of showing he is maybe the heir apparent in this linebacker room. And then just to finish it off with special teams, Cam Little made a 53-yard field goal look easy, and Logan Cook had 2 punts that landed inside the 20, and he had a long of 57. So we love to see that. All right, let's jump into the film because we're 17 minutes in, and we haven't shown a single clip of film, which is fine. So what we do around here, we yap. We are big yappers around here. All right, let's start with the offense. Everyone loves the offense. Which play should I start with? Okay. Let's just talk about, because I have 3 clips of Brian Thomas Jr. I'm going to show one good play, the drop, and then another good play. Deal? Like, that seems fair, right? We'll do what, like, the compliment sandwich, right? Like, give them a compliment, show them something they need to work on, and then give them a compliment. That's management 101 right there, right? All right, so let's do that. All right, so let's show a catch first, and I learned my lesson. I'm going to show it on the screen this time instead of not showing it. All right, so obviously this was Jaguars offense only played 2 drives. Jags are starting to show some tendencies through 2 preseason weeks, if we can even call it that. All right, so we got Trevor in the gun, 1 back, 1 tight end. So we call this 11 gun, if you remember from last week. And then they have a 1x2, or some people might call it, instead of that, you could call it twins right tight, because they have 2 receivers out to the right and they're tight. Some people might call it a tray because of the tight end here, but twins right tray, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. Every offense is different, the terminology. All right, so passing situation, obviously. The Saints are going to show a cover 2 shell. They have their 3-4 defense with their 3 defensive linemen and their 2 edge rushers here. If they bring pressure, ball's got to get out quick. I'm going to play it through, then rewind it, because that's what people like. All right, so I didn't plan on starting with this play. I don't really go into this with like a rhyme or reason. I noticed Trevor got a lot of crap for this play, for doing this like baseball turn to his left and then throwing the ball, turning his back to his blind side. I've seen a lot of people make negative comments about this play, but I do want to say something about this. Quickly watch it one more time. Like, that's a good pocket. Like, obviously he could have hung in this pocket. He can't see this, so he has to kind of feel this. This is where he gets the knocks on turning it out to the outside. Maybe he's elite, and his peripheral, he did see this, and this is why he did it. We don't know. We're not in Trevor's head. We're not in these quarterback meeting rooms. So I'm going to say, because it was successful, he knew what was happening. All right. I'm going to be Trevor positive, because I thought he looked really good this game. Outside of the fumble, I thought he looked really good throwing the ball. I thought people talk about his footwork was really good. I always thought Trevor's footwork was good. So these people that are like, Trevor's footwork looks really good this year, I haven't seen a huge difference, because I've always thought Trevor's footwork looked good. I know Liam Cohen talks about how they worked on his footwork and they changed some things. And I think that's where people are kind of getting that narrative. But I never had issues with Trevor's mechanics throwing the ball. Like, in fact, I've never had a single bad thing to say about Trevor's mechanics ever. And I've watched a lot of football and broken down a lot of film. Trevor's mechanics are actually elite. Trevor's problem is his decision-making skills and trying to force balls into tight windows. So I don't know how I got on that rant. Good pocket. O-line looked good too. I will say that. The starting O-line did look good. Good pocket here. So he's going to turn to the outside. People don't like this. They say, don't turn your back to the blind side. Well, I don't necessarily hate this for a lot of different reasons. And this is why when people just blindly say Trevor shouldn't have done this turn to the outside to his left, this is where I would kind of challenge them that maybe, I don't want to sound crass. Maybe they don't know what they're talking about. Like, it's the nicest way I could say it. And here's why. Because look at this route concept they have going on here. You have like a flag route or a corner route from Parker Washington, which they absolutely love in this offense. You have your tight end here. I don't know if this is Munt or Long. I can't have the numbers figured out yet. You got them here. You have some like little halfback flare. Look where the defense is, though. I mean, like, this is all pretty much covered up, right? And when we play the play out, like, there's nobody open to Trevor's right. You could have maybe thrown the screen to Tank. Maybe that's your play. Maybe. Parker, that's a tight window. Defense does a good job here of kind of closing in that window. Tight end's covered up completely, not even running a route. And Brian Thomas Jr. is covered up as well. But look where you have the most field. Okay, so here's reason one why I'm okay with it. Reason two, I'm okay with it. He may feel that he's got this rollout down. Okay. Now look what Trevor's done. Look at how much time he's bought himself. I mean, this is fine with me. Great throw, great catch. And here's reason three why I'm totally okay with this play. For those of you that have watched this channel for a while and have watched these film breakdowns, what have we always said about Trevor Lawrence? I say this every game. I don't know why people have not caught on. As a right-handed quarterback, Trevor Lawrence is one of the best quarterbacks. This is no hyperbole. This is not exaggeration. As a right-handed quarterback, he is one of the best quarterbacks I have ever seen in my life rolling out to his left. I mean, I'm being dead serious. I'm being objective. He is one of the best quarterbacks rolling out to his left. We say this all the time. I have shown you all at least 100 clips by now of Trevor Lawrence rolling out to his left as a right-handed quarterback. He's good at this. He is good at this throw. He can fade away to his left and throw it with his right hand and make an accurate throw. Example one right here. Glad Brian Thomas Jr. caught it. So I'm good with it. Trevor's going to make a play. Dude's going to make a play. Great job by the offensive line. We can see it again. This is against a 3-4 defense. You can pass rush from all different exotic lanes, and they brought a linebacker. They dropped an edge. So they brought a linebacker, dropped an edge. Like, this is all. I mean, look at him. The whole time he's going to Brian Thomas Jr. He's like, listen, I got one-on-one coverage with Brian Thomas Jr. If I can create a second and a half with my feet, Brian Thomas Jr. will be open in one-on-one coverage. That's how I would prefer. Like, he goes through his reads too. Look at him. That's actually elite quarterback play. That is actually elite quarterback play right there. And I haven't been pretty critical of Trevor. This is pretty elite. And if you don't like him sitting there in the pocket, I don't care. Gamers make plays. We take that. All right, here's the compliment sandwich. Here's the bad play. You're going to see a rope from Trevor Lawrence here. They're an ace. I believe they run play action here. Ace 11 formation. They got a running back at tight end. They got twins out left tight here. The Saints are showing too high, but it looks like this guy's kind of rolling. I can't remember the coverage, if they roll into a 1 high cover 1 or cover 3, or if they do keep this cover 2 integrity. I can't really remember. I apologize. I'll tell you in a second. All right, so they're keeping their cover 2 integrity. Okay, so they're in cover 2. Looks like a cover 2 man. You're seeing this a lot in the NFL nowadays, where these corners are manned up on the outside. You have a 2 high zone, but rather than these linebackers playing man, they're kind of dropping into a zone. So you are kind of seeing this a little bit more in the NFL nowadays. But that's just giving you for what's happening with the defense. Trevor Lawrence is going to do a play action. Great time in the pocket. I know this was the Saints backups. I know. I get it. Listen. I know I'm rambling and ranting a lot, but I'm just telling you everything that I saw rewatching this game. Our tight ends can block now. Every single one of our tight ends can block, whether it's Munt, whether it's Long, whether it's Strange. These dudes all can block. Liam Cohen knew what he was doing when he went out and got these guys. These guys are all blockers. Like, when is your right tackle looking for work and your tight end is like, nah, I'm good. I got the edge rusher. Your tight end is blocking like a left tackle or a right tackle in this situation. Let's go back and watch. Let's go out from the end zone. I know. Let's give these guys like their due here. Okay, 86. Let's see. And if you guys know, like, oh, you don't know who 86 is? Okay, see me. Start your own channel. Johnny Munt. Okay, this is Johnny Munt. Brenton Strange is 85. Hunter Long is 84. We got it? Munt 86, Strange 85, Long 84. So 86, Johnny Munt. Watch this guy. This is an edge rusher. This is an edge rusher. Stop the count. Stop the count right here, boys. Listen, every receiver is going to drop the ball. I know he's dropping it a lot more than usual. I love this concept here. It's kind of like a deep scissors concept. Brenton Strange is going to run a post. BTJ is going to run like a deep, like crossing route. And you're going to get like an outside release. This is a shot play. This is a shot play, a play action shot play. When we flip over to the defense, the Saints on that Dewey Wingard sack, the Saints were attempting to do a shot play, and it was abysmal. So, like, you got to give credit where credit's due. Shot play, it worked. All right, I like it. I like it. Here we go. Good protection. Good release by Ryan Thomas Jr. Good job navigating the open field. Finds you up in a window. Look where Trevor throws the ball. Like, this is like I said, Trevor had a great game. Okay, so crap, I can't pause it. Okay, so Trevor's throwing the ball. Like, he's bringing the ball down to throw the ball right now. I don't know if y'all can see because of whatever. Brian Thomas Jr. is right here. There's this Saints defender right here. Freeze frame, it seems like Trevor is throwing the ball right here. Middle of cover 2. We learned last week, don't throw the ball in the middle of the field if you want to kill your receiver. So what is he going to do instead? Again, BTJ, defender. Trevor's going to hit this window right here. This is good quarterback play. Like, I'm sorry. This is good quarterback play right here. That's perfect throw. I heard someone on I'm not going to air them out because I do like their radio station in Jacksonville, say Trevor could have thrown the ball better. What? Trevor could have placed it better, I think was his exact term. I was like, my brother in Christ, this was a perfect throw. This was a perfect throw. What do you mean you can throw? Where else would he even placed it? I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe they're trying to just give Brian Thomas Jr. like the benefit of the doubt. Like, where could he have thrown the ball better? I don't know. I get baffled sometimes, but not everyone breaks down the film, so that's fair. It's okay. Catch the ball. Catch the ball. All right, compliment sandwich. Like this play. Starting to see this a lot. And this play specifically, when I was referring to earlier that our tight ends are kind of dogs in the blocking game. All right. 2 tight end set to the left side of the field. Ace formation, quarterback under center. You got twins out to the right. Imagine this being Travis Hunter. And you could alternate them doing this play, which is great. Obviously, Travis Hunter didn't play. Tank Bigsby could hit you here. Parker Washington could hit you here or here. Your tight ends could leak out. But watch your tight ends here on the edge. Boundary side, too. Bro, that's a good play. That's a good. I mean, I know he didn't pick up a lot of yards. You're like, oh, that's not a good play. That's a good play right there. Look at the way these tight. Look at the way your boy Brenton Strange and Hunter Long. Are we getting this right? We're gonna learn this together. 86, Hunter Long, Johnny Munt. Look at your way, Johnny Munt and Brenton Strange handle this combo block right here. I love it. I love it. All right, there's your BTJ compliment sandwich. I'm going to get to a couple comments, and then we're going to move on to a little more of offensive plays. I kind of probably got to move. I need to move a little faster through these clips. I do. I'll be here all night. Be here all freaking night. Okay, I am so far behind in comments. Let me show you how far I am back in comments. Let me show y'all. Let me show you how far I am behind. Ready for this? Okay, so I apologize. I apologize. All right. I'm just going to pick one and go down from there. Sorry. Like I said at the beginning, if it's good, just type it again. I'm sorry. Isaiah Mims says, we back. We back. Ice Dancer says, hey, how are you? I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's all I'll say for now. I'm okay. A lot of fundamentals are better. Okay. I'll be back for the personal life gossip. No, Raw Jeebs. No, we're going to stay Jags centered. Cali Jags says, hell yeah. Brenneman says, Jason elevates the Jaguars community around him by being nothing but himself. Oh, dude, that's actually like one of the best compliments I think I've ever gotten in my entire life. That is amazing. I'm going to screenshot that and put that on my resume for when I applied to be the general manager of the Jaguars, assistant general manager, because James Gladstone's going to do so well that he's going to lose all the people around him, and they're going to be looking for an assistant GM, and he's going to reach out to me. We sure dime is wide receiver 3. Listen, from a team that was wide receiver deficient the last few years, like due to injury and poor play, we're looking pretty good. Like we always talk about, you can bank on an injury every now and then. So we're in a good situation at wide receiver. A tight end too, man. And offensive. We're pretty deep at offensive. I think our offense is good. I mean, they get us every year, so I'm like a little hesitant. Reservation is the word I'm using. Reservation. No offense. Reservations. I have reservations, but I'm excited. Parker deserves a shot, in my opinion. I need to really see what we have with him. He looks good in preseason. I mean, not a bad guy to bring in. Listen, Travis Hunter, like, what does this allow you to do? This allows you to play Travis Hunter more on defense, does it not? If you got Parker Washington that you can bring in and be like, oh, we're good still. There's no drop off when Travis Hunter's out of the game on offense, defense, which he maybe needed more on, especially if these dudes can't. I know Tyson Campbell did come back. I know. Long John Silver, another channel member, says RIP. I don't know who we're. Oh, Luke Fortner. Oh, we're still on this. Oh, wait. We're way. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. We're good. Preston Timms. I like Preston Timms. Preston Timms always brings good comments. Not that you all don't. You all are great. I love you all. Everyone gets a trophy around here. But Preston Timms brings it. I like it. Something he can practice and go to. He resets. I don't know what's so wrong. Talking about Trevor Lawrence rolling out. Yeah, but he didn't need to spin to make that same throw. You're probably right. You're probably right. Let's look at it again, though. Let's just look. I mean, you're probably right. So, like, the throw's not there right now. So again, I'm not trying to like call you out, but like if he didn't spin, he would just sat in the pocket. But would Brian Thomas Jr. would he have done this little zig improv route if he would have just sat in the pocket? Maybe he would have drifted to the middle of the field. Maybe he would have came back to the ball. I don't know. A lot of what ifs. But the spin out did cue BTJ to do the zig. Like I said, that's BTJ one-on-one on the sidelines. Like that's I don't think you're wrong, LeBron. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong, but I don't hate it. Is all I'm saying. Like it got a lot of hate. It got a lot of hate. That was his third read. I like that. Do you think BTJ is starting off slowly this year? He looks like he's lost a little confidence, or maybe okay. So here, something I had not thought about was that like Brian Thomas Jr. and Trevor Lawrence never really got a lot of chemistry going last year. If you remember when Brian Thomas Jr. was a rookie, then when Trevor Lawrence was healthy, they didn't have a strong connection. It wasn't until Mac Jones came in and Mac Jones started force feeding Brian Thomas Jr. He started kind of compiling the yards and the touchdowns. So Trevor Lawrence and BTJ don't have the entire history of chemistry that we immediately think of when we think of Brian Thomas Jr.'s rookie year. See what I'm saying? So them starting off to a slow season is not all that surprising to me because they haven't played together since Trevor Lawrence went down week, 9 or whatever it was, 10, I don't know. Jaro Daniga. Don't cancel me, please. After the hit he took, he got really sore that BTJ am talking and about look like he just being cautious with his body. Play it safe till it counts. That's fair. That's fair. Sea Breacher. 31 months. Sea Breacher, shout out. It's the least Sea Breacher could do. I don't know. So my Twitch is in the video description. Occasionally, often, you will see me carrying Sea Breacher in whatever multiplayer first-person shooter we decide to play. Typically, he's looking up at me in the leaderboard. He's asking me for tips. Sometimes he pays me hourly to coach to coach him as he's playing. So I do appreciate that. Thank you. He's asking when's the Wendy's mukbang. He's asking because I've in the past I've talked bad about Wendy's, and I said I'd eat Wendy's on stream one day, and I've never done it, and that's on me. Our offensive line is the most impressive out of training camp. I mean, these guys is knocking people off the ball, and we 8 deep. That's crazy depth. I like it. Is Cooper Hodges still on the roster? He is not. That's not what I've seen. Okay, Rajibs. Don't ruin the narrative. All right. In my head, that's how it goes. Yeah, it took Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, and Evan Ingram being out for BTJ to receive more targets. Good point, Isaiah. Don't know what that means, but I'll leave it up for a second in case you're trying to pump something. There you go. All right, let's move on to some more offensive clips. How do we feel about that? All right, I'm just gonna go in order. Oh no, you know what? Let's do the running game. One thing that the Jags are doing a lot, which I like, by the way, is they're doing this little cross block with the tight end. And again, I know I'm on my soapbox about tight ends being like good blockers on this team, but I was intentional when I said Liam Cohen knew what he was doing when he got this tight end group together. You're going to see 2 plays here out of the tight end on run plays where you can kind of see what the Jags are trying to do on offense. It's this cross block across the middle here. It's been called a lot of different things across different offenses. It's a trap block if you want to go back to your like wing T fundamentals where basically you allow the defensive player to release free and then the tight end just kind of hits him and then you run up the gap. I like to call it a cross block in this modern offense. I don't care. Offensive line coaches will get mad at me, but essentially you're going to see him come across the ball here and seal the gap for the running back to run into. And they do this a lot. Okay. So they got Irwin here. Look at that. Big Irwin blocking. Wait a second. Wait a second. Walker Little, you better be careful with that left foot. You better be careful, brother. Some of these refs are out here not playing around. You better be careful. Did y'all see it? Did y'all see it? I'm just saying, be careful. Just be careful. Like I've seen refs call less, is all I'm saying. I didn't even notice that. One more time. Oof. Okay. All right. And again, if you watch this cross block by Brenton Strange, he's going to come across here, blows open the B gap for ETN to just run on the inside shoulder. Love this run play here. Inside zone with a little cross block or trap block, whatever you want to call it. I like that. You're going to be like, let's watch from the end zone. Oh, yeah, we love the end zone. I've had such a 360 on a lot of different players. Brenton Strange is one of them. I'm not saying I wasn't a big believer. I just needed to see more, but I'm seeing a lot out of Brenton Strange. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Brenton Strange in the block game and the receiving game. Shout out Balky. Might have been a good pick. I mean, that's how you draw it up. Anton taking on the middle linebacker, Brenton Strange taking on the edge rusher, and now you got your running back one-on-one with a safety. Can you imagine if this is Tank Bigsby or Bashal Tootin or someone that can actually bring a little bit of ass behind them when they run? Brother doesn't even get touched. He goes down. Dude, you at least try to get more yards. I mean, I get it. You want to stay healthy. He's been injured, but it's the NFL, dude. I'm not going to stay on this very long, but brother he put his head down before he even got touched. Whatever. All right. Is that still the same run play there? All right. Here's another one. No, that's the same play. All right. Same type of play. I believe. Oh, God, I can't remember. One of these tight ends is going to cross block. Let's play it out so I don't look like an idiot. Yeah. That's it. Is that Brenton Strange again? Brenton Strange again. Like I told you, this is one of the things they're going to do, okay? Brenton Strange is going to come across and blow open that B gap for you. Watch from the end zone. They did this. I forgot to prerequisite this film breakdown with this. It's I don't clip every single play because this show would go on forever. We're 45 minutes in and I'm not even done with the offense, and I still have a whole defensive folder. I get why people may not watch the show, but it's because when I watch the game, I'll notice it a few times, and then I'll be like, oh, maybe I should clip that because I'm seeing that a lot, and this is something that I saw a lot. Okay, so Brenton Strange, you're going to see again come across the formation. He's going to blow open the B gap. And again, this is a good run out of ETN. Imagine if he could break a tackle. Imagine. I mean, we'd be solid here. And if Anton Harrison actually holds this block a little bit better, if Anton doesn't get his weight on his heels and look like a high school right tackle, Brenton Strange can get up in the B gap and lead block for him. We have something here. All right, I'm going to go through another play just because you know what? While we're on the Brenton Strange love fest, okay? While we're on it, let's just stick with it here, all right? Let's just stick with it because, again, not saying I ever doubted Brenton Strange. I just wasn't sold on Brenton Strange, and I believe, sold on him. I think I am. I think the dude might be legit. I mean, I don't love that he's selling the pass route here, but they may not care. This may be a situation because he's obviously going to run a route and not block. And I if I were running an offense, I would have the Bill Belichickian style of any given play. The defense doesn't know what we're doing. We do kind of tip what we're doing. And I understand down and distance does kind of if it's 3rd and 10, you're going to pass, right? But I do like you not giving away what you're doing because it does tell your linebacker that okay, he may be dragging across the middle of the field, but whatever. Play was good, so I don't care. Modern NFL, they don't care about that. I think that was third down. Can we see? Yeah, this was 3rd and 8. This was 3rd and 8. So it's obvious passing down. So I take back everything I said. 3rd and 8, obvious passing down. This is like this again. This is where you kind of see Trevor's cerebralness going. They drop this safety late to show a too high. So whenever you're in a cover 2, whether it's cover 2 man or cover 2 zone, the weakness in a cover 2 is the middle of the field. Okay, in a cover 1 or a cover 3, the weakness is the outside, the corners, things like that. So Trevor realizes they're in cover 2, sees the safeties bailing to cover 2, and he knows his best bet at getting a first down is going to be hitting a receiver in the middle of the field. He knows his route concepts. He knows that Brenton Strange will ultimately end up in the middle of the field, so that's where he gets the ball. Again, great game by Trevor Lawrence. Little reverse whip route. Good throw. Let's see it from the end zone. Look at Brenton Strange. Am I on? Am I on? Look at him. Hey, ref, am I on the line of scrimmage? I'm not looking at you, but I know I'm on. Anton Harrison, obviously pass setting. Walker Little, obviously pass setting. Pass set, pass set. Again, 3rd and 8. Don't care. Don't care. You're getting the wide 9 technique defense. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Rob Ryan would be so. This is a wide 9 technique. This is the 9 technique. This is if you had a tight end, a second tight end, and you're still on the outside shoulder. This means this alignment, I am coming after the quarterback. Walker Little, if you want to block me, you're going to have to kick block so far out that Trevor Lawrence is going to have to sit in this pocket. This was a pass rush all the way. Come in motion, please. A little stunt by the D-line. Trevor goes through his read, steps up in the pocket. Look at him step up in the pocket and get skinny. What an underrated play by Trevor Lawrence. Underrated play by Trevor Lawrence. Look at this. I take back all my slander if I ever had any. Yeah. Shout out T-Law. Shout out T-Law. I can't remember the last time I've seen ETN break a tackle or get tackled and not get injured. He was buried behind Evan, and we didn't need him. Talking about Brenton Strange. Wouldn't that be a 180 on Brenton Strange? I never hated on him. Told you about Brenton Strange. I heard a lot over the offseason, but seeing Cohen's NFL version of the wing T is pretty cool. I love X's and O's, and I love the wing T. I love the wing T more than y'all even know. It's hard for me to see where the wing T's at. Like, you remember the San Francisco 49ers when they had Colin Kaepernick and they had him in that pistol set with like the running back behind him and the 2 like backs to his left and right, like a full house formation, or like a 2 tight end set with a back to his left and a back behind him and a pistol. That to me is like the wing T. I get the principles that he's talking about as far as like getting the ball to the edge with like jet sweeps and on screens. I get all that. So I understand what he's saying, but it's kind of a stretch to me. The multiple offense is a lot more like the wing T than what Liam Cohen does. Again, whatever. I'm not going to go on that soapbox. Do you carry C Breacher and Rust? I carry C Breacher and Rust so much he doesn't even play anymore. That's how much I carry him. All right. Don't trade ETN. He was second in the NFL just 2 years ago in broken tackles. Versatile, and except the Dolphins game, he holds on to the ball. Jacksonville has a strong draft roots here. We always draft good. If we miss early, we hit late. So you don't know if we draft. Maybe. I mean, listen, guys we drafted 2-3 years ago, the verdict's still out on. So I wouldn't necessarily think I agree with the Jacksonville drafts well, historically or recently, but we'll see. This is the year Trevor shows it all. What do you think of Mullins? Don't love him. Backup quarterback. Noodle arm. That's the mean way of saying what I was going to say. Wing T will come when the season starts. Travis and Tank both in the backfield. See, now that you start getting in like LaQuint Allen, you start getting in those other backs. Like that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Like you start getting in Tank Bigsby, Travis Etienne, Bayshaw Tootin, LaQuinton Jackson. If there's an injury, maybe. The Jags trade Etienne. What player position would you want for him? I mean, I would have said before today that like player for player trades don't happen in the NFL. I would have been like, that doesn't happen in the NFL. That's not very realistic. It's very rare. Then the Jags go and trade Luke Fortner for a D tackle straight up. So I don't know what I'm talking about. So what do you want for him? I feel like they think they might be thin at some defensive positions. Obviously, they already addressed D tackle with the trade. Corner, maybe, unless they like what they have in some of those guys. But I'd say corner, maybe. I mean, like I said earlier at the start of the show, they played Eric Murray 8 snaps. So they're obviously depending on him heavily. Jordan Lewis, I think, is a great player. I got a clip of Jordan Lewis coming up. I know we're an hour in, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Turn the stream off? Oh, no. Don't hurt my feelings. BT, channel member, says, after the Trevor fumble, I love how the first team came back out for the second drive and seemed even more down to business. Great point. Raw Jeeves, I miss early and hit late when I go to the bar on the weekends. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't 100% know what you mean by that, but me too. Me too. Trade ETN for Partial. Oh yeah, good call. Let's pull. Yeah, sweeps are my favorite looking running play, and at least ETN crushed that third down sweep versus the Chargers. What position would you draft first next year? I mean, you got to account value, right? Like where we're picking, because we're in the second round. Like how early in the second round? I don't know. That's a tough question to answer right now. I don't know if I could. Like if everyone played how I expect them to play right now, I think you got to go safety or corner. But again, or O-line. Again, we'll see. Wet Noodle Arm Mullins. Get a quality backup in here. We could go get Mac Jones. Favorite looking. I know. I got you. Honestly, I think Mac Jones would have been a better. Yeah. Great run. Cowboys need a running back, and we could use Parsons and Lloyd and Muma. Devin Lloyd, I feel, could be another trade. All right, let's finish out these offensive plays, and then we will go to the defensive plays. Did I show this Trevor fumble yet? No, I already talked about it. I don't need to show it. I mean, I'm okay with it. Like I said, the only issue is that it's something that he's done. Like, he fumbles the ball a lot. So I wish his mess up would have been like a bad timeout or like throwing it into the back of the head of an offensive lineman. Like, then it would have been a mistake that, like, all right, he can get past that. But the fact that it's a mistake that he just keeps doing, even though it looks different, I'm okay with it. He's trying to make a play. I mean, Ezra Cleveland steps on his foot. Ezra Cleveland didn't grade out well on PFF, but watching the film, I thought Ezra Cleveland had a great game. So that just goes to show that me and PFF are not on the same page about that. Because, all right, we got the Parker Washington catch and a Parker Washington touchdown. We kind of already talked about that. I saw this comment in my peripheral, like Trevor. I don't hate that, but can't see a situation where he gets traded. I got to remember what this play is, to be honest. Middle of the field throw, just a post route on a cover 2. I don't know why I clipped it. Oh, probably because of the protection and the throw. Great throw. Just a middle of the field post route. If you're going to play this soft ass cover 4, like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, good read by Trevor. Your corner and your safety are playing 3 yards apart, and your safety, like, yeah, I'm going to throw the post right here. Good luck. Even if he sunk right away, you have other options, which he didn't. That's the right read. Trevor had a game, man. I know he had the fumble, but Trevor had a game. He really did. I mean, his throws were like bullets. Look at his throw. This was the best game I've seen out of Trevor in a while. This was old Trevor. Just like got a super quick release, man. Like another thing that people do not talk about a lot with Trevor Lawrence, he's got a rapid cannon release. And I'm not talking about the rate of velocity that the ball comes out, which it does come humming out of his hand, but how quick he gets the ball from drop to release is very, very impressive. Like it's always been impressive. Great throw. Great throw. And this is his touchdown. Probably the least impressive throw and play of the whole series, but it scored, so I had to clip it. Just a little check down curl route, quick hitch. We take it though. Like I love this clear out. I mean, it's a spacing concept. You have ETN go to the flat. You have the tight end go to the back of the end zone or middle of the end zone here, and you have a curl route. And then Trevor just has to read like the 3 levels. So when you see the collapse, the Saints play this correctly. Where they got in trouble was they just didn't tackle. Bad tackle. Bad tackle. Yeah. See, if you want lesson 101 on how to not make a team, it's right here. And that's not Derrick Henry running into the end zone. Last play, just because I have it clipped and I don't want to waste it. 2 tight end set. I like that. A little motion. Ace twins, play action. Oh, this pocket. I clipped it. This pocket. Johnny Munt is just a beast blocking. I don't care what y'all say about my boy Johnny Munt. Beast, dude. He's another tackle. He's another tackle. He really is. This is the second play now we've seen him just, yeah. Again, not even tackled. He falls out of bounds. He's a skill position player. He's not a running back. People need to stop looking at him as a running back and more just a skill position player. I think we can forgive him a little bit more for like not taking hits. Dude doesn't want to get hit, which is fine. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to get hit either. Are you kidding me? Like I don't get paid what ETN does, so I guess that is a variable. But a couple comments, and then we were going to flip over to the defense after an hour. And we went cannon arm, but no brain backup like Milton in Dallas. Much more fun. I think they should give Browns a call about Kenny Pickett. We do need to trade for Jameis as a backup, obviously. I love Jameis. He may be one of my favorite players in the NFL, and I'm not some like Florida State homer. I grew up a Gator fan, and I love Jameis Winston. How can you not? And to be fair, I know he's become popular on social media with all his like speeches and motivational stuff. I was a fan of his before that. Okay, so I'm not bandwagon hype Jameis Winston. Jameis isn't bad, but definitely a character. Giants won't want to keep 3 quarterbacks. He's a solid backup. Fred Johnson sucks. Looks like 3rd string, so relax. Rather have Pickett. Parker covered in butter right there. Seriously. Good show. Oh, thanks. It's not over, but I appreciate it. You know what? Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, too often we don't give people enough like affirmation, words of affirmation. We just assume that people are doing a good job. So we don't say good things. And we only say things when we're trying to be a little critical and we think we're just being honest or helpful. But Curio, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. 102 watching, 22 likes. Where's the love? You know what, Callie, I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you could like the video, you know, it helps. It helps. He started. I like that Strange isn't a true move tight end, so there's a bit less ambitious and just move the sticks on 3rd and 5 to 10, not a 20-yard fade like Doug and Evan. The last time the Jags had a good backup was Gardner Minshew. Are we scared to give him pressure? Not a good show. Oh, Steven, thank you. Man, you guys are going to make me cry a little bit here. On that note, let's move over to the defense. I don't have a lot of plays, but there wasn't a lot of there wasn't a lot of clip-worthy plays, to be honest. I like this one, and I like that Dewey got the sack. Obviously, it's the Dewey sack play. You're going to see Dewey kind of walk down the edge. And I like it. And listen, I will never complain when anyone gets a sack. Got to give credit to the defense. That being said, this is one of the worst offensive plays I've ever seen in my entire life. If this were the Jaguars on offense, I would be ripping them for at least 5 to 10 minutes on this play call and play design. Not good. Again, pumped that Dewey got the sack. Love Dewey. Think he may, from the looks of it, Eric Murray is going to get the starting job. Dewey's maybe fighting for the other one. I'm not sure. Love the sack here. But this play from the Saints is just atrocious. So this is a max protect 12-yard curl concept. Again, could maybe justify it. Like when I look at this play pre-snap, I look at oh, wow, a toss to the field side. Jags are in trouble, right? Or an outside zone, a stretch play, even a play action boot and some sort of zig route here and some late release, maybe a levels concept. Saints are in a good formation for our defense. They have numbers. It's a max protect play. Don't love with the Jags defensive formation here. But this may be the worst play I've ever seen of all. I mean, watch this play by the Saints. What is even the goal on this play? I get the Dewey blitz created the pressure that caused Shuck to fall down, but just in play design, why wouldn't you play action here and then give yourself where your pocket is? He goes your pocket is here to here is your pocket because of your outside technique here by Josh Allen. And your play is designed for Shuck to be standing right here and throw the ball. This is just bad play design. Watch it. This is just bad play design. I guess if Dewey doesn't blitz, he has time. I guess now, I guess when I slow it down, if Dewey doesn't blitz here, but do you not expect a player to come through this C gap on a play action? You're doing a play action. One of these guys is going to come through this C gap. Give yourself a chance, New Orleans. Yeah, we'll give Dewey credit here. Good play call. Okay, I take it back. Yo, listen, I got to give Mr. Noda a quick shout out real quick. And here's why. I recently at my job moved into a new office, and I'm having to work a lot more in my office. I used to be able to kind of work remote or kind of be on the move, on my feet more, but because of where my job is at now, I'm sitting at my desk. Maybe that's why I put on a few pounds. Maybe that's why. But I'm sitting at my desk a lot more than I have ever done, and I don't love it. But I've been watching the 1010XL streams on YouTube rather than just listening to it. And Mr. Know-It-All is in all of those 1010XL YouTubes. Shout out, Mr. Know-It-All. Love seeing your comments in there. So keep it up. Keep it up. Love seeing that. Daniel Griffiths reposted the stream. Heck yeah. Or do we? Trayvon is better than Josh Hines Allen slightly, though. My hot take for this season, along with Trevor in the MVP race. I don't know if that's. I guess it's a hot take. So I will say for national media, it's a hot take. For Jags fan, I would say that's a warm take. Is that fair? And again, not trying to like shit on your take at all. Like I'm not. Like if you were to talk to the chick that thought Barry Sanders was Shadur Sanders, she'd probably agree with you. If you talk to the national media people, probably agree with you. But Jags fans, I kind of feel like a lot of Jags fans kind of feel that way already, especially after last season's production. I guess is the only reason why I would say that. But I like it. Why does no one celebrate with Dewey? Okay. Trevon gave a head nod. Come on. He gave a head nod. Look, come on. We got watch the head nod. Oh, we got a head nod. Listen, if Trevon Walker head nodded at me, I'd probably piss my pants. So, good for them. Good for them. Let's see here. Trevon seems to be taking a leap. Did my guy get a promotion? Not a promotion. Not a promotion. I wish. Actually, yeah, not a promotion. I wish I got a promotion. I do a lot more work than I get paid for, but I work with young athletes now. So I work with like students and young athletes. And when you work with young athletes and students, like you don't do it for the money. I really have a passion to see young people be successful in life. And because when I was growing up, I saw a lot of kids like not make it because from coming from bad homes. So when I was pretty young, I knew that I was going to work with students and I was going to work with like athletes and like do everything I can for them to be successful. And when you take that route, you're not really doing it for the money. Now, I love the security that money brings, like not having to stress about bills. But at the end of the day, like to be honest with you, at the end of the day, like when I die, I'm not taking my money with me. And I know I have to talk to the big man upstairs and I have to tell him how I lived my life. And if I had to sit there and say, oh, I tried to maximize my net worth, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. So don't get paid what I deserve, but I feel like everybody in this chat doesn't get paid what they deserve either. So I feel like we're all in this together. So try to find some purpose in what you do. Maybe that's your life lesson. Mr. Know-It-All. This is laughing. I'd like to hear your hot takes for the season, Jason. Jin Jag did his last week. Hot takes is that this team won't win as many games as people think, but year 2 of the Gladstone Cohen regime, they will be very, very good. Like very, very good. You'll see I think you'll see and listen, 4 wins, 7 to 8 wins is a huge jump from 4 wins. I hate to tell y'all, but like 4 to 8 wins is a huge jump. That's the right direction. I could see a 7 to 8 win year next year and then like a 10, 11, 12 win season year 2 with this franchise. So that's my hot take. Fair. Listening. Oh, Shay. What up, Shay? Listening to 1010 on YouTube is the way. Start like 30 minutes late. Oh, I haven't done that. That's smart. That's very smart, Shay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, UCF Jaguar. Thank God for this stream. I just bought 36 beers today. I was afraid I had nothing to watch. You're right, UCF. When he buy beers, he means diapers. This man's out there in the trenches. Shout out UCF for being here. Are any of the athletes you work with in high school or college now anyone we should follow? Listen, I have been doing what I do for going on my 10th year. I've said this before. I've coached with Tony Baselli. I've coached with Mark Brunell. I've coached with I've coached with all former Jags. I got guys that I've coached in the NFL. I've got guys that I've coached that have played in college, were good in college, and are now in professional careers. I've been coaching for a long time. Fortunately, now I'm more of an admin role than an athletic director, so I don't coach anymore. But it's still fun, and I still like what I do. Will the secondary really be that bad? I hope not. Not Episcopal. Not Episcopal. I coached with Mark Brunell before he was the head coach at Episcopal. But great guess. And your timeline is correct. But I coached Baselli's kids a year before they were at Episcopal. Sub UCF. I agree with the hot take. I think winning 8-9 would be a success, and then a full year of Jimmy Gladstone to work. I see Shay and me are like-minded. When did you coach with Brunell and Baselli? I don't know the year. I don't know. I coached both of Baselli's kids. I coached Brunell's kid. There's all kind of Jags on that team, like all kind of former Jags and their kids. We were all at the same high school. I wasn't playing. I was coaching. It's kind of how I got my start in athletics. And then I realized that athletic administration is a better career than just coaching, especially at the high school level. All right, a couple more plays. I want to show this play. I do want to show this play because this is a play that, like, I feel like no one would talk about, but and maybe it's not even talk worthy of bull, but to me, I just really, really like it. Okay. I just really like this play a lot. Okay. Jordan Lewis has been hyped up all camp as is being like sticky. That's the word everyone's using now. I feel like I was using it first, but I don't care. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Jordan Lewis on this play. Again, not it's gonna go under. He's gonna go in motion. So he's obviously in man coverage here. They're obviously playing like a man defense here. I don't know what the safeties are going to do. I can't really remember if they roll into a cover one or if they play cover two. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I clipped a lot of these. But I know Jordan Lewis is a man. They got to be in cover three because he carries him to the corner. So he's got to be in cover three. All right, so he's here. Look at this. Line of scrimmage coverage. It's press, technically. I don't know if he gets his hands on him, but this is press man coverage. Jordan Lewis at the line of scrimmage. Watch this defense right here. Okay, so the fact that I knew that he man covered him to the corner, which is why I knew they were going to roll into a cover one. So I think he rolls back middle of the field free. He plays the robber just in case one of these routes is a quick slant to the middle of the field. Then he can just robber that. So there's the robber. So if anything middle of the field, we're there. This is how you beat a cover one. Like, this was actually like a good play call. Shout out to the Saints. They ran a smash concept. So a smash concept is just a hitch right here and a corner right here. And this is a cover one beater because you have a middle of the field free safety. You have man coverage. And basically you're asking your nickel corners. One of them's Dewey in this situation. And you're asking your nickel corners to cover corners. He's going to do a little hitch here just in case they're in a cover two. So basically half of the field is a cover one beater, and we call cover one the same thing as cover three because it's one high. And then the other half of the field is a cover two beater. So it basically allows the quarterback to just read the defense at the snap and then read the field base after the snap. So when he sees the roll, he's like, all right, I need to go to my cover three beater or my cover one beater, and that's the corner. So Jordan Lewis has the hardest job on this play, and he doesn't even know it pre-snap because he doesn't know what he's going to do, obviously. Runs the corner out, and watch how he covers this corner out. Gives inside leverage. Again, these are little things. Little things. He's going to play inside leverage or outside leverage. So he plays outside leverage. He's going to funnel this receiver to the inside. Why? Because his help is in the middle of the field. So if he does run a vertical, he's now funneled him to his help. If he runs a corner, which he does, he can stay on his inside hip and he can track him and make the quarterback and the receiver complete the hardest pass and catch in football, which is the over-the-shoulder boundary catch. Perfectly run. Now, could this receiver have gotten a little deeper on this route and given the quarterback a chance? Yeah, but it's the Saints backup, and we'll take what we can get here. We take those. We take those all day. Trevon pressure. Love this play because this was a intentional grounding. Trevon Walker lining up in, I guess we'll call this the 7 technique. Let's watch from the end zone. I guess this is the 7 technique, I guess. Again, different coaches get like weird. Like I did want to show y'all this because this is what I go off of, but like different coaches will call different things. So basically where they're lined up is the technique. So if you're in the 9 technique, you're outside the tight end, imaginary tight end here. So this is kind of what I'm used to when I coached, but that's what I'm going off of. So he technically is in the 9 technique here, and he's technically in the 9 technique here because he's outside the tight end. And so you do this typically on pass rush plays when you know they're going to pass the ball, 3rd and long, things like that. So you watch Trevon Walker here on the field side. I guess it's the boundary side. I don't know. It's the middle of the field. Who knows? So what I like here, I don't know if you caught this or not. Some of you advanced X's and O's might have caught this play, but the design on this play is Trevon Walker to run into the guard and just smash him as hard as he can. And then the D tackle is going to come outside, hoping the tackle overcommits to Trevon Walker, and the D tackle has a clear rush at the quarterback. This is the play design. Okay. It's very common. It's a very common concept. Trevon Walker is so athletic. He ends up getting the pressure, does his job, and gets the pressure. Watch this. Intentional grounding, loss of a down, ball at the spot. Let's go. Watch it again. That's an athlete right there. That's an athlete. That's Chris Olave. I can always count Seabeacher to like make sure we're all we're all good. These streams are incredible for the fans. Keep the awesome. Oh, thanks, Daniel. I love Daniel's work, so that means a lot. Thank you. Ain't no way Trevor having his best season, only winning 8 to 9 wins. We're winning 11 to 12 games this year. Would be cool with that. I do worry about the offensive line and the defense, but I feel better about both after this Saints backup game. From now on, we call him Coach United. Yeah, we can call him whatever you want. I don't care. I've been called way worse. You don't even want to know what I was called recently. I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm thinking the same thing, Jara, like 11-6, but 9 to 10 wins realistic. Made it, gang. What up, Maniac Slap? Trevon and Smoot got some chemistry. Smoot, that's who that was. A stunt. Yep, that's a stunt. Yep. Trevon and Smoot got some. Yep. Very good. Very good. Y'all got it. You think Big 45 Quentin Morris going to make 53? I don't have him on my 53, but then again, I didn't do a 53. So if that means anything, technically no one's on my 53. Houston going to have a problem still going against Trevon and Josh Hines Allen. I like it. All right, this is the last play I have. Isn't that crazy? And it's a run stop. I think it was Devon. Oh, yeah. Big Devon Hamilton getting in the gap. Let's watch from the end zone here. Big Devon Hamilton. Like, I love to, 8 snaps. Dude played 8 snaps. He had a collapsing pocket on one of those. I missed talking about it. Tyler Lacey here, Hines Allen, and Trevon Walker. Just 4-man run stopping crew. There's 6 guys here. 6 guys, and they're going to stop the run. No, thank you. Josh Hines Allen does a good job getting on the outside and peeling back in. Terrible blocking by the Saints. It's just god-awful blocking. No wonder they traded for Luke Fortner. It's just terrible. Terrible. Yeah, Luke Fortner's bad, but I don't even know if he's this bad, to be honest. That's so bad. Like that's what I'm used to Luke Fortner doing. Like they just replaced Luke Fortner with another Luke Fortner. That's bad. Good job, Hines Allen. Good job, Ventrell Miller coming in. We'll take it. It's just bad blocking. Saints are bad. Yeah, I'm not even going to show the rest of that play. Not good. Not good if you're a Saints fan. That stunt looks something like I think camp can depend on from Javon Walker. Do a 53. Maybe Friday. If I do a show Friday. I was going to do a show last Friday. What happened last Friday? I think I ended up playing video games. I'll be honest with y'all. I ended up playing video games. Sorry. I'm human. I'm human. I'm not one of these like content creators that's grinding my ass off. I wish I was. Like, trust me, I wish I was. I wish I was a guy that was doing shows every day, clipping things. I wish I was. I got a real job that like I get tired. I'm sorry, guys. At least I'm real. Breaks from Duval TV. Some emojis. Parker Washington is a beast, in my opinion. I'll make him a starter at the slot position with some outside play. Who you can start him over? De'Ami Brown. He looks good too. You can't start him over Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. We're in a good situation, I think. Too bad. Luke will make a difference. That's some. Hey, Sal Wormley played the most snaps in week 1 of preseason of any other player. Fun fact. Real player. Allen just threw his cleats afterwards. Twitch after? Yeah, I definitely gonna be on Twitch after. I don't know if I'm gonna play. I'm probably Counter-Strike. I've been on a low Counter-Strike grind lately. I will be on Twitch after this. I'll probably piss, get a refill, and then my Twitch is in the description. Like I'm gonna be unhinged on Twitch, so make sure to. If you're not on Twitch, I'm sorry. I should stream on YouTube, but yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't know why. I don't know why I do a lot of things, to be honest with you. I'm a man of principle. I feel like you guys can relate to this. Like. Are you like hard-lined in some principles in your life where like non-negotiable, like this is who you are? And then like in some areas of your life, you just can't explain why you do some things? I'm alone here? I'm the only one? I'm the only one that grapples with this life dilemma of being two different ways in different areas of my life? I'm the only one. Cap says, Smoot being back is so underrated. He's going to do a lot of dirty work for... That's a good point. And I think Devon Hamilton's the same way. I really think they're going to get a lot of that Devon Hamilton. By him only playing 8 snaps last week, I know they're thin at D tackle, and they couldn't afford for him to get injured, and that's obviously a thing. But I think Devon Hamilton's going to give you more than y'all are thinking. Need a big comeback season from Devon. Didn't even read that comment before I said that. How much of this game was Saints are bad / this preseason for the Jags actually improving in the run pass blocking? Man, that's a good question. Shay's always bringing the good questions. Here's where I'll say I'm. Yeah, that's a good question. Saints are bad, man. Like, imagine the worst team in the league's backups. Trevor threw the ball well, though. I mean, he threw the ball well. I liked the play design. It was very offensive play design was very similar to what we saw week 1 from preseason, which I really, really like. And there was a lot of aggressiveness from the defense. All things I want to see regardless of the competition. That's where I'll stay optimistic on this. Very fair question. Fortner was another player people wanted gone from the team. I wonder if Gladstone and Cohen are watching these Jaguars content creators. What if we had like Liam Cohen on Jaguars United? Like, I am noticing a lot of like Brian Thomas Jr. went on the Pivot podcast. I am noticing a lot of these Jaguar players are going on these like national media stuff. Trevor Lawrence went on Pardon My Take. I like it. I like that they're getting out there. The Jaguar brand's growing. I'd love to see them do some stuff with like some like Jaguars content creators. I would love to see that. But if I'm their PR person, if I'm Trevor Lawrence's PR person, I'm not going on Jaguars United. Maybe though. That'd be cool though. That'd be cool. Maybe y'all can help me out. Play your game, coach. I ain't hating. I will say, like, I am a coach, and like, and we're an hour and 30 in, so like, whatever, maybe 344 people watching. I will say, I do come from a family tree of coaches. My uncle was the most winningest head football coach in the state of Florida until like a few years ago. He's actually my great uncle, but like, whatever. He basically invented the multiple offense. I have like a handwritten playbook that he like invented the multiple offense. So I do come from and we like football coaches are all throughout my family. I do come from a pedigree of football coaches, so that may give me a bit of an advantage when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, I would run the pistol offense for sure. If I was my offense would be pistol. And again, depends on your personnel. And I know you're not asking, but I'm just telling you, pistol offense with those wing backs playing in the backfield and on line of scrimmage. And then on my defense would be a 3-3-5 with a little hybrid. Those we call them different things, like the ponies, or whatever you want to call them, on those nickel corners that could be edge rushers. Like you could hybrid that to 3-4 to 3-3-5. I would do something like that. But we're going to lose good players on the waivers. That's a good problem, though. It's not a good thing. Saints will have number one pick. Yes, I agree. What's your rank in CS2? Okay, so I was very high in last season. And to be honest, I like to play with friends that aren't as good as me. So I'm usually the highest rank in my lobbies. And so I top frag. I play with Sea Breacher, so like I'm carrying all the time. I top frag, but I lose. So look, I'll be on Twitch later. I think right now I'm close to 10K, which is not very impressive. I think I was 15K last season. So many one-loss. I'm glad you brought this up, and like this is I'll read the whole thing, but that first like part I want to like touch on real quick. So many one-loss games. Two first overall picks, one being quarterback. Josh Hines Allen, BTJ, adding Travis Hunter, demanding 9-10 wins is fair to me. 7 doesn't cut it, in my opinion, even after 4-13. So yeah, I see it as a hot take. Okay, fair. That's fair, Preston. Here's why the Trevor fumble rubbed me a bit the wrong way. Not bad, just a bit the wrong way. Is like we had so many one-loss games last year. And Trevor is known for that bad fumble. So when I saw that bad fumble against the backups for the Saints, my mind went immediately to we were the team with the most what you meant was like one score loss games. A fumble in the red zone is what makes you lose a game. So that's why I was kind of bummed when I saw it, because that's the play in the regular season that loses you a game. And I get it. He's trying to make a play. I get it. Like he's trying to be an athlete. I get all that. And I would do the same thing. Instinctively, I would try to get the ball to the running back. Don't blame him for trying to make a play. But when I look back at Trevor's history of turning the ball over, especially with fumbles, and the history of the Jaguars losing so many games by one score, that's the play that loses you the game. That's the only issue I had with it. Hopefully it's not a problem. Jason, which will be the first game you go to? Will be the Panthers week 1. I go to every home game. I go to every home regular season game. You should get. I love Rick Blue. I usually get off work when Rick Blue's on. Love Rick Blue. I can't say enough good things about Rick Blue. He's amazing. Do you think we'll be in one-score games all season? If you look at the spreads of NFL games, if you're a gambler, I'm a gambler. I gamble on everything. Almost every NFL game is a one-score spread. So like it's not when people say this, oh, the Jags had the most one-score game losses. Every team is a one-score game loss. Like, yeah, there's blowouts you could cherry pick, but for the most part, they're all one score. There's a reason why if you see a spread over 7 points in the NFL, it's like alarming. Every spread in the NFL is 7 points or less. So good teams win one-score games. Bad teams lose one-score games. Just because it's one score doesn't mean your team's almost good or almost bad. That's the conundrum of the NFL. Buster Brown's underrated. He's got to get on the field. Do you think we should go out and grab cornerback for the Chargers? Asante Samuel Jr. I think they're okay. I don't think they can afford him. I don't think they want to afford him. I could be wrong. Buster Brown's a stud, should be healthy. Join from the bathroom at work. What's up, Jordan? That's my favorite place to consume content is in the bathroom. Once Ransaw, okay, don't take that the wrong way. It's family appropriate content. All right. Once Ransaw gets healthy, Camp likes to run a lot of 3 safety looks. Do you think he can excel in a rollover type? I mean, yeah, like we just saw Dewey in a 3 safety set with that blitz. So yeah. Jason spent half this stream flexing his Wii team. Hey, maybe if you could focus a little bit more on your aim, C Reacher, I'd be a little bit higher rank in Counter-Strike. Jason, if you could have anyone in the Jags organization on your channel. Ooh. Okay. Great question. Absolute great question. Travis Hunter for the views. As someone that's on YouTube, Travis Hunter for the views. Shad Khan. I would love to talk to Shad Khan. Just to talk business with him. Liam Cohen to talk X's and O's. I feel like if Liam Cohen were on my show, we would just talk. It would be the most dense X's and O's conversation of all time. I'm not saying I dumb it down for you all. I don't. There's times I find myself kind of like being like, I'm getting a little dense. In my brain, I'm more dense than I even talk. I try to use words that everyone can understand because most of the people in this chat are very football advanced with their IQ, but there's the few outliers that aren't. Like when I talk to friends that watch this show, they're usually like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I try to think about that when I talk about X's and O's. You can only do so much, but I do try to make it in layman's terms so that people that don't know X's and O's as dense as most of us still enjoy the channel. And I feel like there's a middle ground. So that's where I try to ride. If Liam Cohen were on, I would not be able to help myself. I would just be dense. And I'd pick his brain about why he does certain things in certain situations. Would love that conversation. Those would be my answers. Tony Khan as well, because I think he does more than people think. My gaming days have passed. My prime was Halo 2 and 3. My gaming days should pass, but I'm single, have no kids. What am I going to do? Watch Netflix the summer I turned pretty? Yeah, good luck with all that. I want to see Seth get some quality time on Saturday. Yeah, you're going to see that. Who do they cut at safety? Let's take a look at who they have currently at safety on the roster. We need to go the other direction on this. I'm looking at the Jaguars roster. I'm not like going off memory. They got currently Antonio Johnson, Ray Lane, Eric Murray, Darnell Savage, Daniel Thomas, Andrew Wingard. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could they keep 6 safeties? Maybe. If they cannot keep 6 safeties, I think Antonio Johnson is the odd man out. I think they like Daniel Thomas for special teams. If they did end up cutting Daniel Thomas, that would not be super surprising. My guess would be they keep 6. Second guess would be Antonio Johnson. Third guess would be Daniel Thomas. Because they just drafted Ray Lane. They like Eric Murray a lot. I think they like Darnell Savage. And then they like Andrew Wingard. He's like starter right now. So that would be my guess. But again, it's a guess. All right, a couple more, and I gotta go. It's 1:35. Trevor was closer in 22 and 23 till the debacle. Yeah. I'm afraid that Ranshaw is more of a project than people think. His film coverage was hard to watch at Tulane. Athlete, though, but good point. Jason out here trying to build an eye of football. No, I'm not. All right, boys, that's going to wrap it up for me. Like I said, I'm going to jump on Twitch because what time is it? 10:33. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb all night. Game changer. Got no notifications. It was amazing. Would recommend. I appreciate you guys all watching. We got up to like 350, 400 people on this show. Love that. That's kind of humbling to me. And all of you that were in the chat, seriously, thank you. Would not be able to do this show without you all. You guys know as much as me when it comes to all this stuff. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all the channel members that were here. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you just want to like the video and subscribe, that would help me a lot. And it doesn't put any financial burden on you. So I would appreciate that. You could tell a friend. That's even better. If you don't want to like it or subscribe it, just tell a friend that's a Jags fan. Be like, hey, watch the show because I do enjoy doing this. I don't do this for a living. I don't do this to make money. I do this because I seriously love it and I love talking to you guys. So thank you for spending your time with me. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Shay. Like the video. Thank you guys. Seriously, I'll be on Twitch here in about 5-10 minutes. Like I said, I'm gonna take a piss, get a refill, be on Twitch. The link's in the description. If you don't have Twitch, I'm sorry. I'll see you hopefully Friday. But here we got the Dolphins to look forward to. No one's going to play, but we can talk about the joint practices maybe. I don't know. Seriously, love you guys. Can't say that enough. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, go Jags.